No? Thank you. Was I sitting down nicely?
Yeah. Okay, team, far away.
And we just start with Bowden news. What's his injury? Where was his knock? What's the latest with Bowden?
Took a knock in the neck and a clean out drill, and it's quite stiff. Not too bad though. No HIA issues, but enough there to stop him being free in that sport, so we made an early call.
Do you want to be more cautious with him given his recent history with knocks in that area?
No, not really. It's based on the injury that we got and the data that we got from the medicos is that it's going to take a little while to free up.
Do you know what the time frame is? Would he be available for next week, or is it more a day-by-day sort of situation?
It's day by day, I think, at the moment. I haven't heard anything to say that he's not going to be available next week, but see what unfolds.
In an ideal world, would it have been nice to be able to roll out the same 23 as you did at Alice Park?
We nearly got there. So, nearly got there. But, no, look, it's, I'm really pleased with the work of the whole squad. And, there's a number of guys that we know are really pushing hard to get some time. But thought that group did a great job, learned some good lessons, and it's a great opportunity for them to go out again.
What have you asked of Stephen Perifeta this week?
Just be Stephen Perifeta, really. He's preparing well. He's been quite impressive behind the scenes, and the opportunities come. Whether there was potential for it to be next week, but it's this week, and the whole group's excited about that. Got a lot of faith in him.
Have you seen him grow since the time you selected him before the Irish series to where he is now?
Yep, no doubt. He's he's confident. He's happy to talk in front of the group. He's but the main thing I think he's just leading by just learning on the park, and he's had a role to fill at 15 and at 10, so he's got a double role to learn, and but he's done that particularly well.
Referee this week is a wee bit of an unknown quantity. What do you expect from him?
Probably unknown to you, not really unknown to us. Up and coming referee, really well regarded by World Rugby. He's come through sort of a different channel through the Georgian system, but really quite a strong ref. Believes in whenever he blows a whistle, he really believes in it, and I think we saw that in the Wales Springbok game that he refs. So I'm sure it's a big step for him to come and ref over here, but it's part of World Rugby's goal to grow some young refs.
Continuity of selection, and is that something you've been wanting to do for a long time?
Yeah, well, if you go back, I've been talking a lot this year about this year. The goal was to try to get some more combination work, and there's various reasons why we probably haven't been able to do that to the extent that we perhaps planned at the start, but nice to be able to do it now.
A number of players will play at Orange Theory for the first time at their home ground. They must be absolutely buzzed to be named in the side. Oh,
I'm sure they are. It's always pretty special playing in your own backyard, and it's particularly when it involves a black jersey. So yeah.
What do you think it is that makes playing at Orange Theory so unique? The temporary stand probably for one.
You want a positive answer here? Okay, well, I actually don't know the answer to that question. I think everywhere we play in New Zealand, we love playing in New Zealand, and we love playing at home, and the fact that we haven't been there for a while, I mean, everyone knows the reasons why that's the case, but it's, we're here, we're delighted about it. It's a great surface. It's probably not so much the surface from a playing side, it's probably more the viewership, but I'm sure it's going to be a pretty special occasion.
Do you hope for the future of the game it's one of the last All Blacks games at this stadium?
Look, I'll leave that to the Mayor and the Council. Sort that out.
Has the standard been set for this group with what we saw at Alice Park? Do you think is that the standard you now ask of this group to meet going forward?
Oh, no doubt about that. I think the main thing is the standard that's been set the last 2 or 3 weeks, so like at the training levels and you know, there's and really pleased that they keep driving that. So yeah, we're clearly willing to or wanting to work on that. On the second test being a level for us, and you know, because whilst it was a great result, we still know there's a lot of things that we could have done better. So we've got to keep growing from that point.
How's the partnership with Joe going on the grass?
Good. Yeah, no, really good. It's been neat having them involved, and it's sort of a start slow and build type strategy, and but you know, like I said, I've been sort of communicating with them for a couple of years behind the scenes. We've been using them from a strategy side the last month or so anyway, and from an All Black selectors role. So the comms have been, we've done a lot behind the scenes, but it's been great seeing them fit in.
Does he challenge you? You know, when you're discussing things, and how does it?
Well, he stands in a line to challenge me. Yeah, there's all the coaches and the leaders will always questioning and challenging what we're doing. That's the role of the team and the coaches. So the answer to that question would be yes.
After everything, the dramas in the previous weeks, where now that you are preparing for a test, does it almost not seem like a distant memory, but you're looking forward, and is that not a relief, but just something that you can focus on and keep going again?
I was preparing for a test the last few tests too, just to let you know, and that's always been my number one job. So from that sense, nothing changes, but the environment that you're preparing a team in changes, isn't it? But one of the keys for us is to make sure that every test there has to be an edge, and we've got to be at our best. And you know, the key thing is after a strong performance to make sure that we really focus on backing that up and growing from that. So that's been our number one goal this week.
Then if you get the level of performance that you want to match sort of at Alice Park, do you think it's going to be difficult to break into what would be perceived as your top team?
Not sure. I'm actually not sure the answer to that, Liam. It's right now we're picking a team for now, and if players keep, you know, the onus is on players who go out in that park to perform at a level that this team needs them to perform. And if they keep doing that, then yes, it does make it hard to change.
Coached against the Pumas several times over your career. What do you expect from a Michael Checker-led Pumas outfit?
Well, he's led them for more than just this year, so it's similar stuff. In some ways he's been involved, you know, in terms of behind the scenes and that, so that sort of side of it, you know, that's probably the Philippe Contamponi influence, you know, the David Kidwell influence. There's been definitely been some changes in both their attack and their defence. And, you know, clearly for those that watched their last two games, they're playing an expensive, fast game, and with that typical Argentinian sort of combativeness at the breakdown. So those things I don't think will change, but I think they're playing with a bit more ambition, and I'm pretty impressed with what they delivered in their last test, and so I'm sure that they're going to be coming here with trying to have a no fear approach to this game and giving everything they've got.
Ian, your All Blacks made a fast start at Alice Park, the one that you wanted, you know, after the previous games. Was there any magic ingredient why everything fits to get so far ahead in the scoreboard?
Yeah, look, we certainly got a bit more territory early, which we probably hadn't in the previous 3 or 4 tests. Ironically, we didn't really make a fast start on the scoreboard. You know, I think it took about 20 odd minutes to get points on the scoreboard. So I think there was a perception that it was a faster start, mainly because I think we got a bit more territory early, and it's probably something that we'll be looking for this week.
How did you sum up Richie Maloney's game at 10 minutes? Pretty good at rugby, obviously.
Yeah, very good. You know, like I thought his control was good. You know, there's a few areas that you know that he wants to improve his accuracy in, but overall he was confident, and you know, he gave us some of those territory moments that we're just talking about.
And Geordie, how they touched on when they watched the film, the pressure that guys up front were getting on the 9, their kicking game. Is that something you guys have really sort of focused on, you guys getting the pressure up front?
Yeah, it's a big focus in that test particularly. You know, if you go back a test, we probably gave their kickers too much time. and they definitely kicked with a lot of accuracy and put a lot of pressure on. And so the second test, I think we put 4 times we influenced the quality of their kicks, which changed that whole pressure part of the game. So yeah, I mean, it's not a secret anymore. So, but yes, we will be trying to focus on that. Good question.
I think in the release, Jason Ryan was named as the official selector. Can you talk about his progression, I guess, since coming into the team and what he's bringing to that role?
Yeah, look, it was always kind of the intention, but it was like one step at a time at that point. But really important that Joe and I have a strong forward selection voice in our group, and so it was a natural progression, really.
First test in 6 years, Ian, in Christchurch. What's the response been like from the Christchurch locals?
Pretty good. I had a seafood chowder at the Governor's Bay pub yesterday, and they were very excited to see me. And then I bought 3 vinyls, second-hand vinyls at Penny Lane in Colombo Street, and he said I was the first All Black coach to visit. So I'm 2 out of 2, and but no, I think it's been great being here. And tomorrow we've got most of our team out doing community engagement activities as per normal, but the boys are excited. We're excited.
Disappointing it hasn't been sold out as of the last couple of days?
Yeah, I heard that there was a few tickets left, but not many. So hopefully there's a bit of a run at the end.
What did you buy?
Pardon?
What did you buy from the final store?
Bought Dancing in the Dragon's Jaw by Bruce Cockburn, Humans by Bruce Cockburn, and a 1970s compilation of New Zealand hits. Cost me $30. He gave me a discount.
Ian, there's been a suggestion that Tawara Kurbalo might end up playing for the Wallabies or has made himself available under the World Rugby eligibility rules. I guess your reaction to that and what that might mean, given he played in the World Cup in 2015?
Yeah, look, it's just a consequence of World Rugby's eligibility laws, isn't it? So, kind of doesn't feel right to me, but rules are rules, and he's entitled.
Why does it not feel right then?
Oh, he's just been all I know is the beauty of what he brought into the All Black camp. He's a quality person and quality rugby player, so there's no judgment on that decision. Just what I remember from him is the influence he had in our environment, which was fantastic. So I guess to kind of think of that going somewhere else feels a bit funny, but like I said, rules are rules, and that's the way the game's going.
Thanks. Ian, thanks
Thank you.
everyone.
Cool.